Hello everybody, welcome back to the channel. Got a bit of an update video. This one is going back to something that I put out last week, the theory crafting thing about saving your keys for certain paths in lower difficulties. So essentially, hoard your keys, make a decision. You have 56 keys you can get throughout the month. You can spend them in Sinister vaults, but also clear 2 difficulties. Now you don't have to, because what you could do is spread your spend lower down. That's not necessarily a good thing, but not necessarily a bad thing. It just depends on what you're looking to go and grab. So we've got a bit of an update on this one. If you've been following the spreadsheet that I've been doing, I did have this section which I referred to on, what was it, like Tuesday, I think it was, as a work in progress. I've now updated it, especially because more facts and information have come to light. As I did say in that video, we would be at the mercy of anybody that was willing to give information, and we've got some information. So shout out to Cat Murdoch. By the way, if you got an opportunity, I'll put a link in the description to send. If you want to support Cat, there is she does have a coffee or Ko-fi thing. So if you want to like support, I sent something to Kat to kind of like say thank you for the amazing work. So yeah, I'll put a link to that in the description if you do want to support Kat and the amazing infographics. I think that's only fair because, you know, we've kind of like talked about what she's done with this and the infographics, but it takes a long time. Even when I did like an infographic once, it took me like 4 hours to do. So the amount of work the Kat puts into these, you know, godsend. So thanks very much to Kat. So we've got information now on the paths. Paths mean prizes. Keys spend on paths are important because the more we know, the more we can decide on the spend. So thanks to Kat for putting together threat level 5, which, let's face it, you can do, and I think I would advise everybody to use all 28 keys in threat level 5 if you have it. And then if you're on threat level 4, however, this will be down to you whether you want to save your keys. Now, there's going to be some rewards that are going to be something you want, but other people don't, and some people that don't want, other people want. So you can pick and choose your spend of keys and save keys. This is the point that's important. You have to say to yourself, like, look, do I want tier 1 alpha? Have I got plenty of it? It may be a case you've got loads in your overspell. I mean, I'll just quickly check mine and bring that into the forefront of this video and go to my inventory, which you can see at the moment on screen. And I've got, well, more tier 1 alpha available than I've got anything else. I've got loads of other stuff, but I'm saving them for important reasons. But yeah, I've got a lot of tier 1 alpha. So then ask the question, do I personally need more tier 1 alpha? No. So that particular path right there, I could save a key. And then the question would be, well, what do you do with that? What do you do with that key you've saved? Well, I could go down to the likes of, well, threat level 3 and go, well, I quite fancy getting myself a little bit of 6-star shards when zone 4 drops, and there will be a path there. So I'll go and grab those 2,500 6-star shards. Or I'll go and grab a chunk of Sinister shards, which you can get 8,000 from that path there. And that's the theory crafting that we're trying to do. We were trying, but the problem was we were trying to do that after only knowing what on zone 2. Now that we know more info and some further info, which is great, by the way, that if you get down to some of the lower threats, and Kat did get some information on this. So in threat level 2, you can go down to the Spidey Supreme Path, and there's 3,000 Sinister shards. You also get the information that in zone 3 of threat level 2, you can get Hulk and Kingpin for, the America Chavez, 3,000 Sinister shards. So again, like there's avenues and alleyways to get some stuff. So if you were looking to get more Sinister shards from your particular monthly grind, then you could hoard and save them and then go in later on. I mean, you could do it now, for example. But again, this is down to a personal preference. For me personally, I'm going to be waiting towards the end of the month. I want to do a video with like a lot more Sinister shards being opened, so I quite fancy kind of like attacking at some of those paths. But it does mean I need to save back some keys. This then leads me to an update on the spreadsheet. So if you want to check out the spreadsheet, the link is in the description down below. It does have 4 tabs associated with it, which you can see on screen, which is how the side quest works, codes and objective targets, which I've updated as well and will update on the final week. And we've also got Cat Murdoch's infographics, so shout out to Cat. And also we've got Misty K's information as well. And also we've got this section here, this tab at the bottom, which is the spreading your keys for rewards. And on this, as I said, like there's the theory crafting of this is that you can either save your keys on the threat level 5, but to be honest, again, it's down to personal preference. I'm not forcing your agenda. I'm just saying like you've got options if you so choose. But you could save some keys on threat level 4. And yeah, I mean, I've just planned out something. Again, theory crafting. It's up to you whether or not you would do any of this. But look, if you wanted to go and save Tier 1 Alpha path, which is the Ronin as the first champion path, the America Chavez path, which is 5-star shards, Hulk path, which is 5-star shards, Spidey path, or Spidey Supreme path, saving the Tier 4 basic, and Agent Venom, saving the Tier 4 class Catalyst selector. So you don't want those things, let's just say. And you save those 5 keys. Those 5 keys can then be redistributed into threat level 3 and threat level 2. Again, to point out, like, I didn't have this information last time I did this video, but I did say that we would need more info in order to kind of create more of an update to this. And I'll probably do one final video once we know all the paths. But yeah, you can redistribute that spend elsewhere. So 5 keys could go into threat levels 3 and threat level 2. So Strife path, America Chavez path, will get Sinister shards, 8,000 and 6,000 respectively. There's an unknown path in the final zone, which we don't know yet, but that's something on a path that we'll find out, next week. So that'll be good. And that'll more than likely with the 2,000 6-star shards. And threat level 2, there's a Spider Supreme path with 3,000 Sinister shards and 4,000 Sinister shards on the Hulk path. Do bear in mind, there's still more that can be revealed here. And if you have any info, then I would say, if you can, just send me a link on the Discord or DM me on Discord or on Twitter or anything like that. It's probably the best thing to do. If you've got any screenshots, does help out, especially to kind of like just vouch for this information, just to make sure it's legit. I don't want, people to say, oh, I've gone down this path and I wasted a key on this. So we need to be very careful about that particular stuff. But it's an interesting theory. Now, one other thing, just to kind of finish up the video, is objectives. One thing that was a bit of a surprise for me, and I don't know if it was a surprise for anybody else, was when you went into your special tab for objectives, with the dual targets, there were rewards for the objectives, which were the relic based stuff. But that leads me to think that we should be expecting more of those particular rewards in those objectives moving forward. And it could mean that, and I don't know 100%, obviously this again is another theory crafting thing, it's just a case of like, it's kind of weird, but we could see the 6-star awakening gem, or we'll see more relic items located, or 5-star, depending on, what it is, where and whatever level you are, progression wise. You could see a lot more rewards kind of just creeping into the objectives. I don't know that, but it was very weird to go, okay, well, week number 1 had ISO, so that means that where my theory before was, okay, well, ISO is there, it's like, well, no, ISO was actually in the objectives, so there's no ISO based path. The same way that you look at it and go, right, well, there was relics, is there going to be another chunk of relics next week? Is there going to be another chunk of relics the final week? Is it going to be double objectives? We just don't know at this particular stage. But that's the mystery of it. That's definitely the mystery of these particular this side quest. Yeah, I've seen a lot. I got to be honest, I'm starting to enjoy it a little bit, especially when it's like, I wonder if this comes back again, whether or not people will be interested in it just because they would kind of know it. And I know, I would say no. It's like simplistic. I know, I kind of enjoy it, but kind of don't enjoy it. There's some other elements that I quite like from it. I think if it was a case that it wasn't so complicated to add the puzzle side of things into it, if the puzzle element and the safes thing was not part of it, I think it would be a little bit more enjoyable for players. But adding in those particular like puzzle things, I'm sure some people do like it, and I don't know, I kind of like it, but kind of don't. Just because it ease, really. It's just ease of just going in and doing it. I mean, look, it's engaged the community. And honestly, as I said last time, pat on the back for the community. It's nice to have a community spirit-based event where people are kind of like talking and interacting with one another. It's great for I don't know, is it great for Kabam? I don't know. Sometimes I think that inquisitive and interactive things when it comes to the forums are kind of good in some ways, because it brings people back to, yeah, as I said, like community and discuss stuff where we don't really kind of discuss much. It's just a case of like, oh, we're doing a thing, we do the thing, week open, 1 week open, do this, second week do that. So it's like, it's a blessing and a curse. But in any case, I'm gonna finish up the video there. I've rabbited on too much. But as I said, go and check out the information. As I said, the spreadsheet is in the link in the description. It is updated. I will probably update this one final time, one final video, just to kind of like look at the theory crafting and as well get some information on some more paths of some more threats, and also look at you know, plotting a cost, because there's something that is an issue still, and that is the way that I've kind of done the various different paths and the keys number. But as I said, this is a work in progress, and it will be done by the last week, I want to say. In any case, thanks for watching this video. I appreciate you. I thank you, and I'll see you soon. Bye bye. Oh, and check out some other content located on the screen. Forgot to mention that. Have a lovely weekend. Bye bye.